Alright, hello everybody. If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you probably know that one of my favorite things to do is showcase bizarre hotel rooms, especially ones here at the Tantera Margaritaville Resort. So I'm down here for a family function and just snagged one of the cheap rooms at the last minute, which means that I was put out here in the Estates Complex. This is made up of a lot of privately owned homes, some of which are on the rental program and subdivided into multiple units. I've showcased some of these before, and I've got a pretty interesting one here today. So you can see this house, the parking is up the hill, right on the water down there. It actually looks pretty nice on the outside, kind of an unusual design. And this one has, or at least at one time had, 4 units in it. Though I think only 3 of these are still on the rental program. So I'm 74, 36. You can also see a rather overgrown walkway. I guess it also takes you up to the parking pad. And if you look back there, I guess you could see the balconies for at least 2 of the units right there. So they got this set of main doors that lets you into the house. The key gets me in here. And that is some 1970s greatness right there. I think these are the doors to the main part of the house, like what would have been the main unit. This probably was on the rental program at some point and is no longer. So this is probably what the owners of the house use when they're here. You can see we got some more kind of cool 70s architecture. I love the exterior siding on the inside of the house. The other thing I love in here are these 2 windows with the little lanterns hanging in them. I wish I could turn those on, but I don't see a light switch out here, so it must be inside that main unit. I also thought it was interesting that even though nobody besides a person that would have like a room key to get in these first doors can, the doorbell for the main unit is inside this little part of the house. I almost wonder if this was added on or something, because it just doesn't feel quite right. But anyway, you can see it's like a fun house in here. So there's 1 step up to the master unit, and then these steps up here to another door. And you can see above this door, it's labeled for the 3 rental units that are in this house. And you'll never guess, but you come through here, and there's more stairs. And this is probably the connecting door for the main unit of the house if they're ever using these bedrooms up here for personal reasons. So we'll go up here. You can see our first unit, 38. And look at this hallway. Only a Tantera, I'm telling you. So we go this way, and this way, and this way, and you can see right here we have 37. We take another turn, and there's 36. They have these funny wristband keys here now. So, you'll never guess, but you come in here and there's more stairs and more turns. So I'll go ahead and close this first of all. We see I have our friend the spider up there in the corner. That's always a nice start. Looks like he's been dead for a bit though. Aside from that, we got some sloppy painting. And the front door. This is pretty much standard hotel spec. It's not a commercial door. This is wood panel. I mean, you could kick this thing in a second. I don't really know what the expectation is, since it is a hotel room and it's not. It's also somebody's house. But you do have a standard hotel deadbolt. So that's where you are at the security department here. And you can see you have this funny little entranceway with 3 more steps that sinks down into the main part of the room. What I like at a glance, it's nice and big. There's plenty of natural light. And they have the standard, main resort bed linens on the bed, so it looks very professional in that regard. Aside from that, the place is looking a little worn and tired. I like the big TV, too. The furnishings in here are actually pretty nice, admittedly. We have a nice big, slightly banged up mini fridge that at least is clean, though in desperate need of a defrost. Got our single cup coffee maker up here. Again, all nice standard hotel spec stuff. We have a desk, which I put all the various materials they gave me here on. Looks like I have the router for the house up here, which is kind of funny. And they give you plenty of places to plug in and work. Actually a pretty nice chair. It does seem like whoever owns this unit is taking decent care of it, at least in that sense. Newer light fixture up here. Got a little sitting area. And then these windows have actually been somewhat recently replaced. And look at the view out here. This house is right on the water, though the windows could definitely use to be clean. It's also kind of funny that they still have the Energy Star sticker on the window from when they bought it. Blinds are in good shape. Drape is in good shape, though a little old looking. Biggest thing that sticks out everywhere is just that whoever painted in here did a pretty bad job and should have taped. Other than that, not too bad. Really, the biggest thing in here, since they went to the trouble to repaint, it would have been nice if they did like an accent wall or something. The white, and more white is just kind of, I don't know, institutional looking, with just like the old hotel pictures above the beds. The headboards and beds themselves are actually pretty nice, though. I don't know, we're kind of all over the place. This thing is ridiculous and needed to be cleaned probably 2 years ago, but it works well. And you can see there's this cool sort of like gazebo-looking patio out here, which, I mean, just like the parking pad, they've let this get a little bit overgrown, but you can kind of live with the woodsy feel since you still get a nice view over here. And you can actually see the patio for like the main unit down there, and they have like a second sunk-in part there, which is pretty cool. I bet that main unit is pretty awesome. I'd love to see it. But there's also some signs of neglect with this house. Like one thing I noticed that they've got weeds that are growing in their patio down there. Also, this beam looks pretty terrible right outside the door. So, cool house though. This would be a fun project for somebody to renovate. You can see they do, even though it's a house, they have individual climate control units. This room has its own P-TAC, which is in good shape and working quite well. One point off, this fixture between the beds is like crooked and falling off the wall, and as best I can tell, does not even work, because I can't find anything besides this badly battered light switch, and it does nothing. I do like that they put a new outlet here, though, for the nightstand. That's easily accessible, so they get a point back for that. I guess we'll check out one of these beds. It's standard hospitality triple sheeting. Actually nice quality linens. A nice down comforter. Sheets are pretty good. Good pillows, too. The hell? I think there was something on this pillow. Like, I patted it and it disappeared. I don't know what that was. Huh. Might have been a bug that got away from me. That's one thing, like, I take a sense of humor. The Ozarks has such a thing with bugs that if you find a couple, they're probably doing pretty well. It's the land of the bugs out here. Oh, as long as there's no bed bugs. And we got like a commercial mattress cover on this thing. I could tell it's probably an older mattress, but it actually feels like it's in pretty good shape. They got the old style mattress cover that I hate, though. These things always get wrinkled up at night. But actually, it's not a bad bed. I also love 4 pillows per bed, so they're getting some things right out here. This is just kind of dated and old, you know, the fake plant, the old things on the wall where they used to have some kind of picture. This lamp. Dresser's in good enough shape. I don't know, it just feels like the decor in here could use a little bit of love. Pretty good bones. Then back here we have the bathroom. So first off we have a closet with the sliding doors. Again, everything's sort of hotel spec in here. You even get a luggage rack. Got our own fire extinguisher. So, might be a little out of date, but hey, we got a fire extinguisher. And then the bathroom. So, I think they've done a little bit of work to fix this thing up. Some parts of it are a little bit dated, like the vanity is, you know, it's older, but it's in good condition. There definitely used to be maybe a hairdryer that was bolted to this mirror that's no longer. I do like the mirror outlet cover. Plumbing fixtures work well. I like the presentation of the shampoo. Ah, I see, so this is the hairdryer now. It's kind of funny how they taped off the holes where the plumbing is. So yeah, they've definitely done some work in here. Really not too bad. Everything's clean at least. A little bit of rust going on. Tell that seat is, it's not dirty, it's just old. Same goes for this bathtub. You can tell it's clearly, it's seen better days. A lot of the like non-slip strips, whatever you want to call these things, are peeled off. Fixtures are pretty worn. There's even some paint on here, but that shower head works a lot better than I thought it would. Good pressure and a good stream, even though the thing was like caked in calcium. So, another one of these rooms that's really hard to kind of sum up and say, you know, good, bad, what. I don't know. Good location, a lot of charm with this funny like setting being out in a house. At the same time, could use an upgrade in terms of decor, and this house definitely needs a little bit of maintenance. So, let me know your thoughts. This is certainly a strange one. It's funny how I wasn't even planning on making a video of this trip, but as soon as they sent me out to the estates, I just knew, like, it's going to be something cool. And you can see, this is the map they drew me, where you have the main hotel complex over here, and then this large collection of houses. And anything with a number on it is something that's on their rental program. You can see most are not, but they have a fair number out here that are. We kind of got a little cluster up here on Shipdock Lane. Decent number of the ones that are waterfront are on their program. Some are big, some are small. So, kind of interesting. And you can see that that extra unit, like downstairs, isn't even on the numbers on here, so that probably hasn't been on their program in a long time. So, anyway, let me know your thoughts as always. I'm kind of curious to hear them on this one. And that is it.